If you are looking for a step-by-step video on how to launch your Skool community, you are at the right place. We are going to talk about how to set up your Skool. In fact, to make this video the most useful one on this specific topic, I'm actually going to set up a Skool community. I'm going to start my trial. I'm going to put my credit card and we are going to walk together. So you can actually follow together with me if you are planning to launch your Skool community. And then we will also talk about which plan to choose, because there are two options and it really depends on you which one to pick. So very important topic. And then we will talk about what to do once you have set up your Skool community. I have been helping people build their communities. Some of them have made hundreds of thousands of dollars by using the strategies that I share. I have my own Skool community where I teach how you can develop a framework thinking and how you can set up a technology and a method so you can immediately create a product that people desire to buy with that. In this video, we will get on to setting up your community step by step. So make sure to save this video somewhere. Let's go to my screen and begin. So below this video, I have also shared a community launch checklist. This is a free checklist that will help you prepare everything before you launch your community. Most of these things you can do along with setting up, and it is not going to take more than 5 to 10 minutes. So you can click on the resource right away and you can start using it. Let me quickly go through it right now because I'm launching a fresh community just for you. Okay, so let's get in. Number one is the topic or niche. In my case, it's gonna be polarity for men. Now, I'm launching this community thinking about men who want to improve their personal life. They want to improve their business and relationship, and they need support. And the topic that I'm going to talk about is polarity, which is masculine, feminine energy. One of the topics that I really enjoy. So I'm launching this community. Then the target audience, which is obviously men. Now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to use this resource and start filling it straight away. Then we have a community name. I have some template here that you can put in Claude or in ChatGPT and it will give you the prompt. In my case, I'm going to call it Polarity Lab. So when you're picking up a name idea, generally the best thing to do is to have a name that tells that it's a community. For example, nation or lab or community, hub, tribe, or circle. All these words indicate that it is a community space, but it's totally up to you what you are going to call your community. Then we have 3 community values and principles. This is something a lot of people don't do. I feel it's very important because community is a people work. Yes, you will have some courses and there will be some kind of automation inside the community, but still people connect with other people, and especially people connect with other people with the same values and principles. So I have this resource from James Clear. He is author of the book Atomic Habits. Once you go through this, you will have the list of common values in people. In my case, one of the big values I personally have is freedom. Then I have money. Then I have health. 3 topics that I personally care about, and probably my community will also care about it because I'm going to promote it, right? So these are the 3 things. And then we have community rules. Now, generally, there are some common rules like do not spam, do not self-promote, offer value before you get something out of the community. These are simple rules and they protect the community from the community itself, because people come from different backgrounds and they might not have the same awareness as people inside the community once they join. So it's better to have these values. And by the way, I already have a community where I talk about all these things. It's called The Circle. I have also put the link in the description if you want to check it out. Then we can come to the membership fee. Now, this can be free if you are starting with, or $49, $99, depending on where you want to go. I'll quickly go through this because I have all these things ready with me. Then there is membership structure, which is essentially how people are gonna progress once they join in. So I'll explain to you later how this looks like in Skool. But just to think about this, people start as a beginner, and once they spend some time in the community, where they are progressing, like where they are going, this progression makes sure that people are aligned and they are moving in their journey. And it's very critical if you want to retain people for a long time. Now, then we have some welcome experience. This is welcome email, what you are going to say. Hi, thank you so much for joining the community, da 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 da. And then we have special member reward. For example, if people are contributing a lot in the community, how you are going to reward them. One of the things to do is offer them merchandise, or you can also call their name in your live stream, or you can spotlight them in one of the posts. These are some of the things to appreciate people for their contribution. And then the welcome video or text. When you are launching your Skool community, an important part to do is to offer them some kind of educational resource. Generally, it's better idea to offer some kind of text course or a video course. It doesn't have to be very long because community is little bit different. People come for the value, but they stay for the experience. So you can always start with a live weekly mastermind or a monthly mastermind, depending on how many people you have. Or you can also offer one-to-one coaching or consulting if your community is very new, because that will also give you some idea of what other people are thinking about. And then we have some ideas on merchandise, product. You can skip it for now. And then events, for example, weekly hangout or monthly workshops, something like this. And then you can also plan out your marketing and launch, which channel you are going to pick up. If you are doing any kind of giveaway, for example, if you are starting a new community, you can say this is free, but only for next 50 people. So this is kind of a giveaway, right? And then one of the things I like to do is offering people founding member reward, which is basically to invite the first 20-30 people. They are founding members and they are starting with you. So it's important to offer them some kind of opportunity. In my case, I love doing free for life, or I can also do some kind of special course that would generally be a premium course later on, but right now it is free only for founding members. And then the last thing which a lot of people miss out when they are starting a Skool community is a monetization plan, which essentially is how you are going to make money with your community. If you're just starting right now and telling that, oh, I'll figure this out later, this is generally not a good idea. And I'll tell you why. When you are starting a community, you are investing in your business. So it's important that you have a revenue model in your mind. Now, it doesn't have to start right away. You can take time, you can build the community of 100 and then you can move on. And another big reason is you will use this money to grow your community and invest in your mission and your vision later on, right? So you need to have this monetization plan before you start a community. I generally love the idea of having a core product, which is your main offering. That could be a one-to-one or a DIY service. The core idea here is that you need to have some kind of a system, a framework that you can offer them as your core product. Then optionally, you can have a low ticket product or service, or you can also have your affiliate programs. This is another thing I talk a lot about because this is how I started in my business. We have a dedicated section for affiliate marketing. I feel like if you do not have your own program, you do not need to wait forever to start one. You can always have partners in your industry and you can start promoting their products and you can immediately start building your community. Now, once you have this checklist ready, which is going to take, let's say 10 to 15 minutes, then we can get on to setting up a community. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Skool. This is my community. Once I am here, I'll click on create a community. I have shared the link in the description. It's my affiliate link. If you want, you can use it. Otherwise, you can also directly go. It's completely optional and it doesn't mean that you have to pay extra for it. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I am on Skool right now and then I will click on create your community. Now we have two options here, $9 a month and $99 a month. Generally, if you are just starting up and testing the water, it's fine to start with a $9 per month option. But if you have planned to build a business and you want to monetize your community, it's better to start with $99 a month because there are three important features that you will get. First is you will have low transaction fee. Second is you will have some level of automation. I'll show you what you can do if you have a pro feature in some moments. It's super interesting. It's not shown here, but I will show you on my screen in some moments. And then also you can hide suggested community. If I will go to this community, you will see there are these communities that are showing up on suggested. Now the problem with that is once people are in your community, they will get distracted to join others. So you're kind of losing your business in that way. One final reason why I generally recommend $99 a month is you will have option for Skool webinar. So you can host your live sessions on Skool. You don't need to pay for Zoom or Meet. But if you want to host your webinar to offer people the premium packages, you need to have a pro plan. And for all these reasons, I generally recommend starting with this one. But again, if you are not ready for it, no need to rush. You can start with $9 and whenever you are ready, you can upgrade it. Okay, for now, let's click on this, click on try for free. I'm gonna call my community Polarity Lab, and then I'm gonna start my free trial, and you will have 14 days to try it out. Now, as soon as I'm in, this is pretty much ready. I love this thing about Skool that it's very minimalist. You don't need to do a lot from your side just to begin with, but I would recommend you to watch this 2-minute intro video, which will basically explain how to get started with Skool as a Skool owner. Let's watch this.
Owner, you get two main things, your own school and Skoolers, which is a community for Skool owners. You can switch between communities like this. Here's how your school works. There's a community tab for posts and comments, a classroom where you can create courses, a calendar to create calls or events, a map where you can see where everybody is, and an about page. This is your sales page to tell people what's inside. Growing your school is simple. Put your school link in your bio, post about it on social media, and weave it into everything you do. People will visit your about page and become members. Over 60K community owners collectively earn over...
Right now, this number is over 170,000.
$1 billion per year doing this. To customize your school, click Settings. You can turn tabs on or off like this. Set a price for membership, enable plugins, see metrics, get payouts, and more. Being a member is the fastest way to understand what makes a good school. Skoolers is a great example.
By the way, so this community is called Skooler, which is the community of community owners, and it's super useful. This is one of the best places on the internet to learn about community building and growing your business. There are hundreds of thousands of people who are willing to share their best resources, their best tricks and hacks to build your communities. So this is a great place to be in.
Main things are community for announcements and discussion, calendar for attending weekly school news calls, and classroom where you can learn best practices. Skool is full of passionate people earning full-time incomes doing everything you can think of. Check out Discovery to see everything Skool has to offer. You'll learn a lot by seeing what others are doing. To get started, complete the checklist. Set the mood with a cover image and description. Invite 3 people to get the party started. Write your first post like this and download the mobile app. Oh, and one last thing. Type Let There Be Cat in your search bar to get a friend to keep you company while you get things started. Let's have some fun.
Okay, so let's begin with typing Let There Be a Cat. So there is some music I can hear. Okay, so I got a cat, which is a gangster cat. Now I can also change it to Lofi. So this is basically a fun thing to do when you are setting up a community. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is setting up a cover image. Let's go to this setting. I have my Canva open. For now, I'll just go to logo minimal. Okay, I'm going to keep this as my logo for now. I'm definitely going to change it if I will run this community for long. And then I will also use it here for my cover image. Let's change this. This looks fine, and let's take a screenshot. I can download this, but I'm just a bit lazy to do this, so I'm just taking a screenshot of it. Let's take another screenshot here, and I have my cover image ready. Let's upload the logo. Now, if you have a pro plan, you can also change to a custom URL, which is a great way to build a good brand. And then the group description. Then you have option for private and public community. If you are creating a public community, that means your post will be shown on Google. The problem is everyone will be able to see, but if they want to join the community, then they have to pay or they have to click on the join, right? The private communities are basically no one can see anything what's going on inside the community. So they will be redirected to your about page and they have to join the community to see the content. Then you have some options like affiliates. So if you have a premium community or you have premium courses inside, you can offer your customers an option to promote and earn with you. Then you have option for plugins. Now this is the big part that comes with pro tier. For example, you can turn on automated DMs. So every time someone joins a community, you can send them a personalized message. What's going to happen is hundreds of people will start joining your community at some point if you'll start promoting it. And at that moment, you won't be able to respond every single one. If you are sending them this personal message, this will instantly connect with them. So this is a big feature. You can turn it on if you have a pro plan. You also have option for onboarding video, which is basically the first video they are going to watch once they join. It's again a good video to engage people right away. Then we have option for automation with Zapier. You see, inviting members, unlocking courses, sending membership questions to your CRM. All these things are part of your pro plan. There are option for tracking your Facebook ads with Metapixel and then Google ads tracking and then Hydros tracking. But for now, let's go to Classroom. So if you have followed the checklist, one of the things that you know that you need to offer something of value for people, right? So what I'm going to do in my case is I'll create a protocol I call polarity protocol. Now this is one of the things I personally follow in my life and it changed my life forever. So what I want to do is I want to offer this to other people. So this is basically a 30-day program to re-engineer your mind and body to become a better man. So this is a simple description. I can keep it open for everyone, or I can also offer it as a course which people need to buy. For example, I can put $300, or I can also open it once there is some time passed after they join the community. And there are a bunch of options, like I can open it with label or it can be private. So I can choose who will have access to this program. And I will upload the image and then I will click on add. For now, I'm just keeping it open. Then inside the course, you will have pages. Pages is essentially lessons. So you can have introduction where inside you can upload a video from YouTube, Loom, Vistia, or you can directly upload here. You will also have option for folder, which is basically the modules, right? So inside a module, there can be many lessons. Generally, you want to have 1 or 2 lessons for free to begin with, and you are good to go. Now, then we have calendar where I can start a Q&A session. This is the template I can just use. You can just add as you want. And then you can set it up as a recurring event. You can turn it into Skool webinar or a Skool call. Then you can choose who will have access to this. I'll go to these labels in some moments. It's very interesting. But you basically can offer access based on your criteria. That's it. I will choose the time. Let's say it's 6 p.m. Bali time, 2 hours, and after 10. Repeat every week on, let's say, Sunday. And my calendar event is ready. So if I click here, you can see this is a Q&A session. People can add it to calendar. That's it. In the maps, you can see who is from where, and then we are on leaderboards. Now, this is my favorite part because one of the things why Skool is amazing platform for launching your community is it has this gamification. So what you can do is you can choose these different labels, and based on how much people are engaging when they are posting or liking or commenting, they can unlock different features. So if I will click on this settings button, I can choose how to call these labels. So label 1 might be beginners, then label 2 can be progressor, and then label 9 can be sage. If you will click on this icon over here, you can see what these labels mean. So level 1 is 0 points, where people have just joined in, and then level 2 is 5 points, level 9 is 33,000 points. It takes a long time, and that makes sense. People have to invest a lot to reach the level of the sage, right? Everyone will be able to see these leaderboards. So who was most active and who was contributing most in the community. This creates a healthy environment of competition and people love it. Now the last part I'm going to show you is the about section, which is essentially your sales page. Because if you have a paid community or even a free community, this is the page where people are going to find out what your community is about and what will they get if they join in. This is very important page, so I want you to invest some time to improve this page. It's very important. I'll show you an example of my other community so you will have some idea. If you will go to the about section of my community, you will see there is a video, right? This is a video where I talk about what they are going to get inside and how it is going to improve their life. So this is very specifically about how to think in frameworks, how to build a community, and how to grow your online business. And I'm not really looking for everyone to join in. So it's a very exclusive community. I also have the screenshots of people who I have worked with and who have loved working with me in the community and outside of the community. So this is an image. And then also I have one last image that says how it works, which essentially is a simple system. If they follow, they are going to get the results, right? So step 1 is they need to join the circle. Second is they need to get the blueprint, the system that I teach for thinking in frameworks and turning your ideas into your products. And the last part is implementing and support, right? So this is a simple 3-step process to get what they want, which essentially is a successful online business you can run from anywhere in the world without any office and employees. So this is an important part. To begin with, you can just record your selfie video. You do not need a professional setup for starting a community. A community is generally a raw space where you want to show up consistently, authentically with people, and this is what's going to connect most with your target audience. And then the last thing is this section where you are going to tell them what exactly is going to be inside, right? So for example, if you see here, 4 things: system, accountability, environment, and support, and then a call to action, and then a note. This is pretty much. Once you have this, you can go to settings, you can click on invite, and you can click this button to copy your invite link, and you can start sharing it on social media and with the people you are thinking will join this community. Now, here's a trick when you are doing this. Maybe at some point you might want to change your URL, right? So the problem that happens when you do that is this URL cannot be changed all the time. So what I generally do is I go to a place like Rebrandly or something like this. And this is a link shortener. So what I generally do is I log in and then I click on the new link. I will paste my destination URL and I'll say something like Skool, and I'll click on create link. This will give you a custom small link that you can share on social media. And if your link changes at some point, let's say this is no more this community and something else, you can switch this link, and all the link that you have shared on your social media and maybe on your blogs and your YouTube videos, they are not going to change, right? It will automatically redirect to the new link. So this is the trick I see not a lot of people use. I will highly recommend you to use this. And also with this, you can also set up your UTM builder. If you are a little bit advanced with advertising, this basically helps you understand where these people are coming from. It's very important information if you are promoting it on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and different places. And one optional thing that you can do after that is you can generate your QR code that you can print it out and you can share it again on your social media and on your emails. This is it. This is how you set up your Skool community. Let me know if you have any questions around it. And if you are still watching this video, I truly appreciate it. You are part of 1% club. 1% people who start something and finish it to the end. Let me know by typing 1% in the comment box if you are part of this club. And I'll talk to you in the next one.